Hi YouTube, it's Gareth Beavis here, and I have got the new Samsung Galaxy Note 7. We're going to look to see what's in the box and give you a little preview about what you can expect when we give it a full review. So this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. As you can see, we've got the black Onyx version and it comes in 64 gigabytes. There's no other options available for storage, but it does come with a micro SD slot as well. So let's open it up. As you can see here, it's a big phone, but it's a phablet, so you'd expect it to be that big. Putting it out like that. So pretty simple, black Onyx version. Back screen protector there. Move further into the box. Okay, we've got the literature here and the very special SIM tool, as you can see right there. Then we get into the actual box itself. So we've got a few bits and pieces here to look through. First of all, the USB-C cable. As you can see, Samsung takes a USB-C connector, so you need a dedicated cable to go with that. It's going to annoy a lot of people who have got about 1 million of the micro USB in their house, like I have. But fortunately for you, Samsung has included a small adapter, so you can change it round and you get a USB-C there, and you can plug in your normal micro USB at the back and it will work perfectly. So only one of those, but it is a good way to upgrade if you've got, say, 10 or 16 of those cables lying around. Also, we've got here the adaptive fast charger. Now this is really important because the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 charges very, very quickly. Whether that's wireless, because it can take all the different wireless capabilities, or through the cable. This is what you need to make sure it can charge up. In about half an hour, you can get a really high amount of percentage into your phone, which is great when it runs out. On top of that, we've got some very basic headphones here. Nothing too special. They fit quite nicely. They have nice rubberized tips and a headphone connector on top there, so you can control your music, control the volume. Works very well, but you probably want to upgrade those given that the Samsung's got very, very good audio quality. So what Samsung also adds into the box is this, the nib extractor for the S Pen. Now this is the S Pen which comes out the bottom of the phone. As you can see here, we have a nib, and now that is really important because that has a lot of levels of pressure sensitivity within the Note 7. If that breaks or it's corrupted in any way, you need to put a new one in. Samsung's put a few of these in the box, and you can even change the colors there. If you fancy a little bit of a white one on the end there, that's possible too. So you just grab this, and in theory, you just put it there and you nip it and you'd be able to pull it out. I don't want to do it right now because actually it's a right arse to get back in again. But should you need to do it, everything's in the box for you right there. So this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. As I said, it's in black Onyx, and already you can see the fingerprints all over it. It's just a fingerprint magnet, this thing. Very shiny, very glossy, feels very nice in the hand, but yeah, your fingerprints are going to be shown all over it. So let's turn it on now. As you can see, the Galaxy Note 7 there. As I said, it's a 64 gigabyte version, but at the top here, you've got the SIM tool and the micro SD slot as well. So if you wanted to add up to 256 gigabytes of data, that's where you do it. On the back here, we've got the camera, that's 12 megapixels with optical image stabilization, and the fingerprint reader. Now this is, the heart rate monitor. That's actually quite useful because it can give you all manner of biometric data, give you your oxygen saturation. So if you're into any kind of exercise or you're climbing a mountain, that's very useful. So this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, and as you can see, it's already fully formed. Now, I use this by doing the Smart Switch version of the phone. So if you've got yourself another Samsung, got the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge here, in the box you get the Smart connector as well. This is a USB connector. You plug this into the bottom of the phone. Plug it into the bottom of the phone, as you can see there. Then you plug in your USB-C lead just right there. Then you can plug the phones together, very simply, and the two will transfer over pretty much everything. So your messages, your camera, everything like that will go straight across with one very simple swoop. It takes about 10-15 minutes to set up if you've got a lot of information, but it works really, really well. Get rid of that. Now let's talk about the phone itself. And then while I don't want to ruin the full review, let's take a quick overview of the cool bits that this has. So the first one is the optical image stabilized 12 megapixel camera on the back. Yes, you've seen it on the Galaxy S7 Edge, but it's the best in the world right now, so it's good to see it back again. Now, obviously, you've probably seen quite a lot about the iris scanner in this phone. Now, this is one of the security features of the device. So when you turn on the phone, swipe across, you get these. These are your two little circles here. You basically put your eyes in like that, open it up, and the phone is ready for you. So that's pretty quick, as you can see, going straight into the biometric scanner, but it's not as quickly as the fingerprint down here at the bottom. So it begs the question, why have it at all? We'll go a little bit more in depth with that later on to see if it's really more secure and it really helps. So as part of the iris scanning technology, you've got the extra security feature of a secure folder. So if you open up apps, it's right there, and that's where you can place all different bits and pieces that you really want. You can add in pictures or messages or things you don't want people to see, but you want to keep safe on your phone. On top of that, you've got here the Edge display, which comes from the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge and S7 Edge, but you swipe across from the side, and you can see you've got a few different bits and pieces there in terms of shortcuts. So you've got your favorite apps, You can have a few different widgets that you can have in, your friends, news, a lot of things come up there. It's quite useful, and holding the phone like this and just swiping it left and right, it works pretty well, and it's a nice feature to have. You just have to remember to use it. Now the screen itself is quite a big deal because yes, okay, it's a 5.7-inch QHD display. We've seen that from Samsung, Super AMOLED technology, but it does have mobile HDR, which means that when you're watching things like Netflix, films you may have taken yourself, everything looks a lot nicer, and it's the same kind of technology that you're using in 4K TVs now at the really high end. So Samsung putting that into a phone, I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but it's a nice feature to have. And obviously there's no note unboxing, doesn't go through the S Pen slightly, as you can see here, pops out the bottom, and you've got a variety of different things. You've got translate, screen write, you can make little GIFs using the camera, using this as well. And if you're using the always on display, which is this that you see in the Galaxy S7, and you pop out the S Pen, you can start writing on the display itself. We've already been through that in the hands-on, and we're going into that in more depth in the full review, but it's a nice feature to have. So that's the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, all unboxed and previewed for you. We've got the great screen, the S Pen connector, the great camera, and the improved design, so I'm quite looking forward to giving this a review. Thanks very much as ever for liking, thank you very much for subscribing, and let us know in the comments below what you want to see in the full Galaxy Note 7 review.